When it comes to serving our fellow men and women, we need Jesus in our hearts. But here's the good news. Jesus wants to come into our hearts. He wants to transform us. Although God never planned for suffering and sorrow, poverty and pain in this world, the presence of darkness in this world causes us, when rightly understood, to confront our selfishness, and then forces us to come to Jesus for power to serve. Here's the good news. And every time we come to Him, He unleashes supernatural power in our lives. This is August 26th, and I'm Pastor Virgil Koval, and this is Power to Serve Today, a daily devotional podcast with a mission to help Christians grow. Our topic, Relieve the Oppressed, and our text comes from Isaiah 1:17. Learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. Jesus is our wonderful Savior, and He's our example. He was firm as a rock where truth and duty were concerned, and His life was a perfect illustration of true courtesy. Kindness and gentleness gave fragrance to His character. He had ever a kind look and a word of comfort and consolation for the needy and the oppressed. When you meet those who are careworn and oppressed, who know not which way to turn to find relief, put your heart into the work of helping them. It is God's purpose that we take an interest in the welfare of those less fortunate than ourselves. Jesus died for all men, including the poorest of the poor. Tender regard and kindness will open the way for you to help them, to win their confidence, to inspire them with hope and courage. Kind words, pleasant looks, and encouraging demeanor are of great value. You see, there's a charisma, a charm in men and women who are truly courteous. True courtesy and kindness will restore the courage of the poor and the oppressed, borne down by inhumanity, sickness, and poverty. Every act of justice, mercy, and benevolence makes melody in heaven. The Father, from His throne, beholds those who do these acts of mercy and numbers them with His most precious treasures. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels. Every merciful act to the needy, the suffering, is regarded as though done to Jesus Himself. When you assist the poor, sympathize with the afflicted and oppressed, and befriend the fatherless, you bring yourself into a closer relationship with Jesus. Our promise today comes from Romans 12, verse 2. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. This is Pastor Virgil, reminding you of Jesus' power to forgive and to transform and to use you to make an incredible difference for eternity.